Night Witches was a World War II German nickname for the all-female military aviators of the 588th Night Bomber Regiment, known later as the 46th Army Guards Night Bomber Aviation Regiment, of the Soviet Air Forces. Though women were initially barred from combat, Major Marina Rauskova used her position and personal contacts with the chairman of the Council of People's Commissars, Joseph Stalin, to obtain permission to form female combat units. On October 8, 1941, an order was issued to deploy 3 Women's Air Force units, including the 588th Regiment. The regiment, formed by Major Marina Rauskova and led by Major Yevdokia Bashanskaya, comprised primarily female volunteers in their late teens and early 20s. Cold welcoming. This all-female flying squadron was not welcomed into the military with open arms. Many of their male counterparts saw them as inferior and treated them with lack of respect. The women of the regiment were also given hand-me-downs of uniforms and oversized shoes by the men, as well as rudimentary tools such as rulers, flashlights, pencils that lacked the luxury that the male soldiers received with their tools. History. The regiment flew harassment and precision bombing missions against the German military from 1942 until the end of the war. At its largest, it had 42-person crews. The regiment flew over 23,000 sorties, dropping over 3,000 tons of bombs and 26,000 incendiary shells. It was the most highly decorated female unit in the Soviet Air Force, with many pilots having flown over 800 missions by the end of the war, and 23 having been awarded the Hero of the Soviet Union title. 32 of its members died in the war. The regiment flew in wood and canvas Polikarpov U-2 biplanes, a 1928 design intended for use as training aircraft and for crop dusting, which also had a special U-2 NB version for the sort of night harassment attack missions flown by the 588th, and to this day remains one of the most produced wood airframed biplane in aviation history. The plane could carry only 2 bombs at a time, so 8 or more missions per night were often necessary. Although the aircraft was obsolete and slow, the pilots took advantage of its exceptional maneuverability. It also had a maximum speed that was lower than the stall speed of both the Messerschmitt Bf-109 and the Focke-Wulf Fw-190, which made it very difficult for German pilots to shoot down, with the exception of fighter ace Joseph Kosiok, who grounded the regiment for an entire night by shooting down 4 of their planes on the night of 31/1943. In total the regiment collectively accumulated 28,676 flight hours, dropped over 3,000 tons of bombs and over 26,000 incendiary shells, damaging or completely destroying 17 river crossings, 9 railways, 2 railway stations, 26 warehouses, 12 fuel depots, 176 armored cars, 86 firing points, and 11 searchlights. In addition to bombings, the unit performed 155 supply drops of food and ammunition to Soviet forces. Post-war, 23 personnel from the regiment were awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union, 2 were awarded Hero of the Russian Federation, and 1 was awarded Hero of Kazakhstan. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and check back for our next video.